What in the world is this man talking about?
One, we are close to creating a genie that can grant any wish. Number two, we are going to make sure that our first wishes broadly benefit humanity and that we kind of get the world to a place where a lot more people get to have a lot more wishes. And number three, the space of what you can wish for is incredibly big and creative, and it'll be quite exciting to like figure that out with real sort of human values and preferences. But I think there's a fourth thing too, which is exactly that. You start making these wishes, the computer grants them, and then you're like, I didn't think that was going to work.
Yeah.
What now? It's a weird feeling.
Sounds like they're just summoning more demons to make deals with. And the last thing I want are these tech giants, including Sam Alternative Man here, doing anything beneficial for humanity, because what Sam Alternative Man thinks is beneficial for humanity is merging with AI. You can see his blog right here, The Merge, and it's all one pretty much needs to know when it comes to what these individuals think when it comes to humanity.
Atwater is live in Needham to explain. John.
Yeah, Maria, this one's pretty unusual. That chunk of ice falling from the sky. And right here in the grass, you can see where it left a divot, couple inches deep here. Now, everyone in this neighborhood is wondering where that ice came from. On a hot summer day, this icy impact was pretty unusual.
You telling me about it is pretty shocking.
A huge chunk of ice crashing to the ground in this Needham neighborhood off Gould Street.
If I was out walking, it could have hit me or anyone out.
It left a small crater a foot off the sidewalk and about 30 feet from the closest home.
Well, we're fortunate, but we want to know how this happened.
The source of the dangerous projectile is still a mystery, but Flight Radar 24 shows a military C-130 flying over the neighborhood right before impact yesterday morning at 11:45.
Is that this is a very unusual occurrence this day and time.
ABC aviation analyst John Nance says that military plane appears to be the likeliest culprit.
The ice could come from a leaking valve on the airplane, for instance. If it was leaking water from the potable water system into the air, it can build up quite a icy stalagmite.
We have a hole in our roof. 3 years ago, big chunks of ice crashed through a home in Shirley. The suspected culprit there, a plane flying overhead.
These aren't just interesting facts and anomalies. These are things that have to be chased down to the greatest extent possible.
Experts say tracking down the source of the danger is key to prevent a tragedy.
I walk my dog every day here on the sidewalk. There's kids that are always running around, so not a great thing to happen.
Now, we have checked in with Air Force bases in the area as far away as Connecticut. They are looking into what aircraft may have been overhead at the time, but thankfully it landed in the grass here. No one was hurt. We're live in Needham. John Atwater, WCVB News Center 5.
Now, it is indeed very possible that this ice fell out of an aircraft. That's a very logical take, but given the fact of how many different types of aircraft are in the sky at any given time, one would think that these news stories, these sightings, would be a lot more common. So that alone makes me wonder if this is coming from another source and the whole plane stuff is just a cover-up. That was powerful enough to take somebody's dome clean off.
CERN is not shutting down. I've seen some misunderstanding about this, and so I wanted to clarify. And if you haven't seen my videos before, hi, my name is Clara, and I am a particle physicist working at CERN. So what is CERN? CERN is the European Organization for Nuclear Research. It's the name that we give to the organization, but you can also use it to describe the lab in general. And it is definitely not shutting down. People are still going to work and there's a lot of things still happening there. But what is shut down is the Large Hadron Collider. And this is the largest accelerator that we have at CERN, and it's the largest one we've ever built. And it is off for a scheduled upgrade period where we're going to make it more efficient at colliding particles together. And this will make us better and give us more data in order to understand the universe on the very smallest scales. But the Large Hadron Collider is not the only accelerator that we have at CERN. Many of our accelerators were built over the decades and they're now used to transfer particles at higher and higher energies to the Large Hadron Collider. And these are getting shut down over time, over the next month or so. But there are other accelerators that don't transfer to the Large Hadron Collider and they work for different experiments. So CERN is a complex of accelerators and the Large Hadron Collider is just one of them. Also, the lab isn't shutting down because our upgrade time is possibly our most busy time.
That video was by CERN's Dr. Particle Clara, and I posted this yesterday, but for whatever reason, that whole entire video had to be taken down. But as I said in that video, a lot of people are saying how CERN is shutting down, things are going back to normal, time is slowing down. But that's not the case. CERN is not shutting down. They're just shutting down the Large Hadron Collider, but they have 9 other particle accelerators. The last time they shut down the Large Hadron Collider was between 2018 and 2022, and that time period was definitely wild.
Please tell me you guys saw that glitch in the Matrix captured on live TV at a tennis match. So at this tennis competition in Toronto, Canada, one of the competitors called to the referee saying the ball went through the net, and he wanted a replay on it. Now, if you know anything about pro tennis, you know that that's kind of hard to do. These nets are usually solid for catching balls, but they showed the replay and the ball goes straight through the net. But when you watch it closely, it doesn't just go through a hole. It goes through the entire net. It like glitches through the net. Not everyone, including the competitors, were floored by this. They don't understand how this happened, but it did. The ball just phased through the tennis net. Well, this left most people scratching their head. Other people were saying that this is a glitch in the Matrix. And this ball glitched through here, and it was caught on live TV. What do you guys think?
That video was by Whoa That's Strange, and I know she said that this was captured on live TV, but this sort of reminds me of something I had spoken about on Minutes of Horror a couple days ago. This Super Friends episode that goes all the way back to 1973, where we have a professor that has a computer and AI that he sold to the government, and the purpose is that it can do everything a human can do but better, so humans will not have to work or play sports again. And this was one of the things that was said during that episode.
A variety show or an athletic event.
Hey, imagine Joe Namath can sit at home and watch himself playing a football game that he never really played.
Oh, yes, exactly. No one will have to wear himself out doing a job of work.
Like this person, and they were telling us this all the way back in 1973. So how do we know if, and not all, but how do we know if some of these sporting events that we watch on TV are even real?
Alright, y'all, we got a major problem here. It's coming out now that the big AI companies are bulk buying thousands of books, using them as training data, and then destroying them. And a lot of these books are rare antique copies that are now out of print, which means that these AI companies have been destroying originals that likely can't be found anywhere else. And this is also different from the Anthropic settlement that we covered last week, where they were using pirated books for their training data. This one is way worse, as they're buying physical copies and destroying them in mass. We're looking at Orwell's 1984 in action. These companies are destroying history by the thousands to the millions, and then locking it up in their databases where only they have access. Which of course means that only they have control of the output. If you've ever read 1984, this is exactly what happened. All records, all books were destroyed, rewritten, and falsified so that they can control the narrative and the way people think. And this is also exactly why the ancient dictators like Mao would make it a major point of focus to burn down libraries. And now we're seeing the same thing play out with the AI companies. Buying up millions of books and then destroying them. And also, they're not digitizing them. They're destroying them and using them for training data. They're not out here making copies of them. And the worst part here is that major booksellers are actually helping them as they're trying to cash in on this AI boom. The ISBN database, which is the world's largest book database, they actually market themselves to AI companies, saying that the world's best AI training data is on our shelves. They've been helping the AI companies bulk buy these books by the millions, and they also promise to help keep the purchases anonymous because all these guys are facing lawsuits. ISBN is even quoted saying that they're helping cover it up because AI companies destroying 2 million books is not a great headline for optics. So they all know exactly how bad their actions are and how it would be perceived by the public. All these companies need to be sued into the ground, and more than they already are.
So hear me out, that video was by Darren Francis Finance. They could have easily purchased digital books and taught the AI that way, but no, they are using actual physical books than destroying them. They can alter the words inside the digital books, but what if these physical books contain something that they are worried about, something that could shut them down, or some type of future warning about them? There's probably a certain book that they're looking for that they want to make sure the public will never get a chance to read. Because again, they could easily just train with digital books.
In December of 2022, a user named Harley Quinn posted a series of videos of her neighbor after her Ring doorbell caught them rolling what looks to be a body in a black plastic bag and a shovel. Now, after seeing this, she was justifiably freaked out, especially since it was 2:45 in the morning. And after posting this video online, it garnered over 32 million views, and many viewers insisted she call the police. But they were essentially no help and only seemed to make things worse, because in the following days, she would begin to get harassed by those very same neighbors.
I have a plan this time. See, I'm here. I'm here. I'm not rolled up in a plastic bag. Yeah. I'm sure. It's a shame you don't have order. Yes, we did.
Ma'am, we are eating dinner right now, so if you could please stop knocking on the door.
I'm gonna have to call the police myself, and I'm gonna call my lawyer tomorrow. Because this is unnecessary.
Eventually, she was told that it was just a rug, but her viewers remained skeptical. One even states, "Did the cops confirm that it was just a rug?" No confirmation on what it was from law enforcement. However, he was arrested on an unrelated charge this week. However, in her final update, she states, "I'm alive, and I sincerely do think it was just a rug. I no longer feel safe leaving my own apartment because of the attention that all of this has brought on myself and my family. I can't say much at the moment other than everyone is okay. There could be legalities involved, so I can't give a true update. But let me know, what would you do in this situation?"
Some people are saying that no, that's definitely a rug or a carpet. There's others people that are saying that no, that's definitely not a rug or a carpet. But what I do find very odd is that the police told them who had called 911 on them. And when the police play a suspicious role, not everything is as it seems.
In the vast majority of fast food restaurant chains in the United States will have you, hopefully, never going to them again. And I know that's a shocking thought. You might even skip this video because you just went to Taco Bell and it was yummy. But you got to hear this, man, because we got to be informed consumers. Otherwise, we're just what? Uninformed consumers. So an organization did a full testing. Panera Bread, Dunkin' Donuts, Subway, Pret A Manager, never heard of that one. Le Pain Quotidien, I never heard of that one either. Outback Steakhouse, all these things. Take a screenshot. They all have significant amounts of, and Panera Bread, some of the most amounts of, glyphosate. The herbicide that's banned all throughout Europe is in all of these food chains, man. If it is a fast food restaurant chain, it is likely to contain various things such as glyphosate, which you literally please want to avoid. The crazy part about this, though, is that Panera Bread has a marketing, it relies on a 100% clean guarantee, but these independent tests demonstrate that glyphosate permeates much of their conventional wheat supply. So my suggestion is to not be disempowered, don't be flustered, don't be sad because you've eaten there in the past and now you can't anymore. Get comfortable cooking your own food, which is 1,000 times healthier, and familiarize yourself with the do's and don'ts of the conventional and organic food supply today so that you can eat the cleanest so that your brain can function at its optimal peak. What they just found in the vast majority of...
That video was by Shane Vibes, and glyphosate, which is a herbicide, a weed killer, is either outright banned or extremely limited in multiple countries. For example, in the European Union, they enforce a blanket limit of 0.1 ppb for any individual pesticide in drinking water, including glyphosate. But in the United States, the EPA's maximum containment level for glyphosate in drinking water is 700 ppb, which is 7,000 times higher than the EU standard. And again, some other countries just outright ban it. So when it comes to the American food supply, it's very telling.
Alright, I'm just getting out of work. I got a creepy story to tell you guys about my new place. Hang on, I'll show you. That top window right there. I'm gonna show you the creepy that Miley experienced our first night and the shit I experienced our second night. Hang on. Alright, don't mind the mouse because I'm still in the middle of getting a couch, getting a TV stand over here. But this is the creepy stuff I'm telling you about. So, here is my room. See my pillow? Because she was sleeping in there. She's fucking creeped. She's creeped out big time. Tell you what's happening. What's been happening. It creeped me out too. Smiley was in her room. I know. The other night she said, hold up. She said, Daddy, why did you try to scare me? And I said, what are you talking about, honey? And she said, last night you kept calling my name from the bathroom, saying, Miley, come here. Miley, come here. And I said, no, Daddy didn't. Are you sure you weren't sleeping? She said, no, Daddy. I fell asleep. And then after you fell asleep, I woke up, I couldn't go to sleep, and I was on my tablet, and I kept hearing that from the bathroom. So I went in the bathroom, I turned on the light, and you wasn't there. And this is what you hear in the bathroom, okay? Nothing. And I said, okay, honey, what else happened? And she said, I went into your room, and I heard you just laying there. And I went and laid back down, and then I heard a doorbell ringing. And I said, baby, are you sure you weren't dreaming? She said, no, Daddy, I swear. I came out of the kitchen, got a drink, and I went in the room and I heard something. I heard something there. Don't mind this, because I'm still working on this. But she said, Daddy, don't, I went into your room and I heard something. And I said, baby, you wake up, Daddy, next time that stuff happens. You wake me up. Well, the next night, she's like, Dad, can I sleep with you? And I said, baby, honey, you can sleep with Daddy anytime you want to. Anytime you want to sleep with Dad. Okay, I'm going to show you something very creepy right now. Because Miley was asleep, and then I heard something. And I got up. And I don't get startled or I don't get spooked, but the hair on I ain't got hair. The hair on my neck rose up. So this don't have no holes in it, okay? I'm going to show you something right now. Because I heard something from there. This is 7:04 in the morning. Look at this wall. Okay? Look at it. Look at this. I put this up. Why does that look like peepholes? Okay? Why does it look like two peepholes? I'm gonna grab a light. This is what I have. Why does that look like two peepholes? You guys can't see in there. But look up. Two. Identical. My fingers fit right in there. See? That wall breaking away? See it coming off? The whole thing just came off. I'm about to take this whole thing apart and see what the going on here, because I'm not dealing with no creep sent by in here, because I'll tell you what, somebody ever spying on here, but here between here, they will find out. So I just popped all that off. This whole thing comes off. I just can't get that top off. But I guarantee there's something weird behind here. You should see it. You should see it. Installation. My furnace ain't behind here. My AC ain't behind here. It's very strange to me, but I don't like it. And this has me creeped out. So I don't know if you guys have ever experienced something like this, but it's creepy. I feel like somebody's on the other side of that watching me. listening to me when I'm sleeping, listening to my daughter. If somebody else, I swear to God, I will move out of here so quick. Actually, I won't be able to move out of here so quick because I just put almost $3,000 into this place to get into here. So, but very creepy. If you guys ever had an experience like this, let me know because it's very odd.
That video was by NC Me Dead 8. Now, I've never had an experience like that before, but I've heard stories like this time and time again, where people will find something like this and they'll find out there's a whole different room in their house where somebody is staying in. Sounds like this individual just moved in there and found this early, but there's been some stories out there where a person will live in a place for a year, 2 years, and throughout all that time, they'll find out they had a roommate they never knew they had. Why I wanted to use that person's video happens to be because about 2 years ago, during the whole drone situation, I caught something very similar in the sky as well that looks something similar to a door. And so did this person as well.
In Daytona Beach, Florida right now, and I had to share something really cool that is happening up in the sky that we just saw. I'm going to zoom in on both my phone and show you what my husband got on his phone. I have an iPhone 16 Max. He has an Android 20 something or another. I don't know about Androids, but anyway, this is really bizarre and really neat, and I don't know what this is, and I'm not saying it's alien life, but there's been a lot of stuff happening in the skies, right? So let's take a look at what is happening right now in Daytona Beach in the sky. All right, so check out this thing in the sky right now. We just assumed it was a plane or something, but the movement of it is kind of weird, okay? So here we are, we're outside. And it looks like just like maybe a plane or a star or something, but when you get closer to it, I'm not moving the phone, it's moving itself. But it's not moving like a plane would move. Let me see if I can get closer. You can hear my son yelling in the background, is it an asteroid, is it a comet? All right, so I'm not moving my phone, I'm static. Oh, and so now I need to follow it. And it's moving, but not like a normal like plane movement. See there, oh, there's a plane or a jet right underneath it. This is about as much detail as I can get with the iPhone 16.
How kind is it?
Whoa, okay, so now I'm looking at this through the lens of my husband's phone. He has an Android.
It looks like
Look at it. It's like
it looks like a door.
He's not doing anything. He's not like
it looks like a door.
He's not moving around his phone. He's not touching anything.
It looks like a door.
All right, hold on, Tyler. Like, but it's moving around by itself. And show it, honey, when you zoom in on it, it looks really
As far as I can go.
like it's like a, yeah, it does look like a door, like a portal to somewhere. And now it's moving up. What the heck?
What?
Look at it. What is it doing?
Well, it is the shape of a rectangle.
That's so weird.
Oh my gosh.
What is this? What is like a door? It's like a portal. All right, so these are some photos that my husband got, trying to zoom in on it with his phone. And this is a very unusual shaped thing. It kind of looks like a diamond ring with like diamonds around it, like a Super Bowl ring. I don't know. That's weird. And then there's like a dark patch to the one side of it. No, it's moving. It's moving, but it's not moving like normal. Look, my phone is static, right? I'm not moving my phone, but watch it.
I see a line.
See how it's moving around? See, look. It's moving, but it's like hovering and doing something weird. It's like hovering.
What is it? Is it the end of the world?
No, honey.
Is that a comet?
I don't think so. No. I don't know what it is.
It looks like it's getting closer.
That's so weird.
It's flashing different colors. I see it flashing different colors.
Do you?
Yeah. It's going to blue to purplish white and then back to white.
It almost looks like it becomes some type of portal or gateway. Again, some type of door.
Okay, coming out to this job, the general contractor had an electrician, but he did quit for some reason. Apparently there was some damage down here. They have all the walls open up for us. There's a lot of knob of tubes, so I don't really know what the other electrician did. Yeah, there's quite a bit still. The bathroom, everything's just hanging out. It looks like he did this bedroom, did a little rewire. There's some damage up in the attic too. So he did some rewiring up there, which is nice. A lot easier for us. I gotta go downstairs and check the panel, make sure everything's off and he did everything right. So, kitchen looks pretty good. They didn't really tell me. Jeez Louise. Downstairs. Okay, there is a lot of water. Should tell the customer about that. Some exposed wire here too. Okay, so let's go take a look at the panel over here. Looks pretty good. Newer panel. Okay. They got. What the fuck was that? Dude. Hello? Hello? Oh, hell no.
That video is a great example between a real video and a fake video. Now, I don't know if somebody's playing a prank on him, but you can tell a different type of emotion came out of him just through his voice, how his voice changed after that door had slammed.
So I just counted the 60 seconds just to make sure like this is correct. But so I set this clock back in aesthetic school in 2024 when I need to keep track of my facials. And the crazy thing is that the clock was always right. This year, I don't know what happened. Last year was correct. This year I noticed that my phone is always quicker, like 6 minutes quicker than my actual like clock. So I don't know. I want to share that. I thought it was so weird.
That video was by Jane Stacy, and time just feels like it's going by so much faster, even during work, when time should feel like it's going a lot slower. It just feels like I don't have enough time throughout the day to get my work done. And the excuse can be that we're older, so time does feel like it's going a lot faster, but scientists do have an excuse locked and loaded. They're saying that the Earth is spinning a lot faster, that's why time is moving a lot faster. I really don't know if anybody truly believes that, though.